right, good afternoon. We are at the grand reopening of the Addison Pharmacy. We're here with the owner and pharmacist in charge. I stumble over pharmacist. I don't know why. Maybe because I am one. But Tushar Mehta is the owner and the pharmacist in charge. And Tushar, would you like to tell us a little bit about the operation? And we know you've moved and recently relocated.
Absolutely. Well, this pharmacy has been in existence since 2003, and we've been into 3 locations, but just in Addison and probably within 500 feet of each other. So we were across the street to move twice over there, and then came to this location, acquired the building, and pretty much have a better location for everyone to view and everyone to come in, and offering services which are way beyond what we were able to do just about 2 years or 3 years ago. We are also looking into developing this into a medical clinic as well as a pharmacy. So hopefully someday we're going to have a one-stop shop for all our patients coming into this location.
Great. Well, we're always happy to see businesses grow and develop in our town, and certainly you've made a big move, and we're very anxious to see the next steps in your development. So we really want to welcome you to town. Why don't we cut the ribbon now to officially do that welcome? So if you open up the scissors, and at the count of 3, everybody join in. 1, 2, 3. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Well, now that we've cut the ribbon for the new location of Addison Pharmacy, we're here to talk today with Tushar Mehta, who is the pharmacist here at Addison Pharmacy. Tushar, thank you for letting us come in and talk with you today.
Well, thank you very much for taking your time to come over here.
Well, you know, it's exciting because you had a small facility actually just across the street on the south side of Lake Street, and now you're here on the corner of Neva and Lake Street on the north side of the street.
So the difference is actually that we were renting all this time at the other places. The 2 places that we were at, both of them were smaller than this facility, and the services that we provided were a lot less. So we just got an expansion of ourselves, in every direction by coming into a facility like this, and especially in front of the public.
Now, do you own this building?
Yes, we do.
This is kind of a very unique building. It's kind of a fooler because you're tucked away a little bit, but you're visible to Lake Street.
We are tucked away. We're a little bit small on the edge here, but at least we have something of our own, which actually gives us the opportunity to build up our own ways. We're going to build up a medical clinic too, so at least the patient coming in is able to get around to every single type of service that they need on a normal basis for everyday life.
Actually, it's a fooler because it's bigger than it looks from the outside. And you say you have room enough to expand into a medical facility also?
Absolutely. So what we did was we made the front side here that you're looking at, this whole area is going to be the pharmacy. And then we have the back side of this building, which is almost about half of it. And that part is going to be the medical part of it. We have exam rooms, which, just to let you know, this facility was a medical office before. We just transformed it into a pharmacy and medical office now.
Well, I'll tell you, it's very unique. I see you, actually, while I'm waiting here, I see you have a lot of locals because you're in a walkable area. You have a lot of neighbors that are walking in.
Absolutely. Very convenient to walk into, and especially in the evenings, you'll see people going around this corner, going out to the other places, and especially taking a look and a peek into what we're doing.
Well, you have a lot more here than just the pharmacy, though, because people come in, they're here to fill a prescription or to ask you, what's this rash on my hand? Is that eczema or is it the chicken pox? So I'm sure people come in to just ask you a lot of those questions.
Absolutely. So that makes a difference in our life, actually. That's what we're here to do, is give people advices, right? And especially when people come in with questions like that, that's what we're looking for, is people coming into here as their first-line treatment and then going to the doctor saying, okay, now we need something more or something higher treatment, and that's where we're going to the doctor's office.
Well, because very often I just said eczema. If it's an eczema, you can probably give them something off the shelf that if it doesn't work right away, then they can go on to a dermatologist or something, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the way we usually want them to do. We want them to try to OTCs first and then go on to the doctor if needed to be.
Well, and I'm looking around, and you have a lot. If a person comes in here, they're waiting for their prescription. Very often, they have little kids with them. And a little earlier, I noticed that you have little kids that like your play area, because you do have a play area that they can actually wait in with the TV, and kids love all that. And it keeps them busy while mom is not feeling well waiting for a prescription.
So especially this whole environment was created because the children are always anxiety full, right? Whenever
yes.
mother goes with the children when they're sick, this is the time they need some relaxation, some playful time, take their minds off of what already is there. And most of the time, whenever you go to a little shop somewhere, you don't have children going away from the mom or the dad.
no, never.
And in this case, that's what we want. We want the mom or the dad to roam around while their children are being taken care of in a place they would enjoy.
But and it's a small type of environment. I would feel comfortable with the kid because you can see kids. You can see from everywhere. You can see from everywhere, which is a real big plus.
So that is the reason this was created in the manner it was created, so that anywhere you're standing, you can see your child, and especially a pharmacist or the pharmacy technician can see the children just as well.
And we're going to talk to them in a few minutes too. But we said this is a walkable area, but you also have a very nice-sized parking lot, which people don't realize. It's again a little tucked away, but you have plenty of parking.
Absolutely. So that was one of the things that we wanted. And the other locations, we did have a parking, but it wasn't so much. And the second thing was it was farther out. Here, you're right behind us. You walk in. It takes you literally less than half a minute to get in the rain, snow. That's very important.
It's not going to snow this year, right?
Well,
no, a little rain here and there. Okay.
I like snow.
Oh boy, sure, because he likes the colds that they're going to come in with the cold and the flus.
Absolutely. Winter's my main time, so I can't put it off.
Now, there are some other unique things that you have, because I do notice you have walkers, you have crutches. People don't have to necessarily come in here and buy those, correct?
That is correct. So what it is this is an introduction to this is what you need to make a better quality of life. We don't say that just because you need a cane, you got old. No, this is something you need a cane so it can make your healthiness a lot better. Just to allow you to walk, just to allow you to go out there and get some exercise, some fresh air by using some type of other utility along with yourself.
And not having your family worry that you might fall because of the stability or whatever. Sometimes they're temporary needed.
Absolutely. So when you're completely right. Temporary needed is a very good example is when we say we rent them. So just when people are going to a ball game, they'll come and rent a wheelchair or a proper wheelchair.
Oh, what a good
That absolutely
idea.
helps a lot.
I'm going to Disney World. You can put it in the car. Okay.
You can absolutely take it with you.
I didn't think about that. That's
Yes.
a very good thought. That's a very good idea. Well, of course, it's your idea. That's a good thing.
It's all of ours, our staff.
Well, yeah.
Let me put it
and
that
you
way.
mentioned your staff.
Yes.
Can we meet your staff? Can we?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can
Let's
we ask
go
them
around.
to come
Let's
out
go
here?
into the pharmacy.
Well, let's ask them to come over here because your
Okay.
pharmacy is pretty tiny to get in. So I'm going to ask
It
them
sure
to come
is.
over here.
Well, first of all, our Vinci,
Come here.
who's our pharmacy student.
Okay. You're a pharmacy student right now?
I'm a pharmacy student from St. Louis College of Pharmacy, and I'm here for the past 5 weeks, learning and also helping the staff out here.
Excellent. So you're doing an actually internship or a residency type of thing.
Yeah, so I'm doing my last year of pharmacy school, which is comprised of rotations. I'm here and a couple of other places. Unfortunately, I ended this later this week. So it's an introductory to what I will be learning when I graduate.
Excellent. And it helps you to get a job because it looks good on the resume. 'Cause
Yeah,
you've
that
actually
sure does.
worked in the real world,
Yeah.
Now, who else do we have?
Now we have Preeti, who's our pharmacist here, and my partner that actually takes care of everything here.
You do the talking and she does the real work, right?
She does all the work.
Pretty much.
Everyone can see every single thing.
I saw you back there, and you really are. I mean, because I see you working.
Yes, I'm here every day, Monday through Friday at least.
So we actually have multiple pharmacists on staff here.
Yes, we do, and multiple technicians also.
Okay.
So-
Now, do you have another pharmacist that works out of this facility, or is it another technician? Because I do see someone else back there.
There's another pharmacist here too.
There's another pharmacist.
There's
here.
another pharmacist here too.
Oh, you can't get away. All right. Do you want to introduce this one?
This is my lovely wife, actually. She's a pharmacist also. We met in college in Boston approximately, 20 years ago now. So she's our one
That
of
will
our-
cost him if he doesn't remember exactly.
That's why I said approximately, just in case.
Very good. Very good. Well, now you met because you went to pharmacy school in Boston.
Correct. We met in Boston.
Okay, and you're here full time also.
No, actually, she's taking care of it. I fill in whenever they want to go on vacation.
Oh, nice, very nice. So you really do have everything covered here, and and it's very difficult because I wouldn't say you're in competition with the corporate pharmacies. I don't want to mention their names, but the corporate pharmacies that are right around the corner. But you're a little different because you're personalized care, correct?
Absolutely. So the difference between us and when you go to all these corporate pharmacies is that a person comes here, we know them by name, their medication. I used to be able to say, I know your medication when you walk in that door. So that makes a big difference to a patient, and especially care when it comes to contact with their physician, contact with their family members. All this little detail makes a lot of difference in our life as well as the patient's life.
And you get to know your patients on a little different, a little more personal level. You'll know what vitamins they're taking. You'll know what multiple vitamins they're taking, and sometimes those counteract with the medication that they are being prescribed, that they forget they didn't bother to tell their doctor that they were taking, I'll just say, one a day or whatever.
Absolutely. And this is actually the biggest problem nowadays, is called coordination of care. And usually most of the people do not know where coordination care actually starts. But actually, I would say it starts at the pharmacy or at the doctor's office, but usually doctors don't have the time, and that's why I would rather refer it back to the pharmacy. And especially when they're here, they will pick out their medications. They will pick out what they need, and we will have it in their profile or somewhere written that this is the person's taking this, or at least remember it.
And you
That's where it comes down.
And you do have the over-the-counter medications too. That you'll know that they're taking this because they had a bad cold last month, and they have this, but then the doctor prescribed something else for another condition, and you'll know that.
Absolutely. We'll know where it goes and what interactions will take place, so what will be the outcome of it, or if there's no outcome, let's get a therapy change.
Or recommendations to what you think what their next step might be.
Consultation is our biggest thing. Absolutely. We love to talk to kids.
Well, and the other thing is, I noticed your pricing is very competitive. It's not like it's any different. Is that something that has to be maintained?
So there's two ways to look at it. First is pricing is very competitive, so wherever you go, it's not going to be any less than what we are at. And if we're at a price probably the same as them, we'll take off whatever we need to do, we will do. Second thing is, when you have insurance, there's no difference. Coming to my pharmacy or going to another big box. At my pharmacy, you're going to get other personalized care, which at a big box you'll never get.
And you do put through the insurance papers and all that, so you do accept the insurance cards, etc., Medicare, Medicaid, etc.
All those insurances and whatever you may have, that should never be a problem for us to accept.
I grew up with neighborhood pharmacies. So you knew the neighborhood pharmacist, and the pharmacist knew you. You kind of grew up that way. And it's kind of changed today because everybody runs to the big boxes, as you said. This is kind of back to the way it used to be, which I really like it because it adds that personal touch. You know me.
So I say it as differently. If a patient came to me once, he will never go anywhere else because of our care. So there's no question.
So we want them to just stop in and
show
say
them.
hi, like your sign
That's
at the
it.
door said. Just stop in and say hi.
Absolutely. Just come in here once, talk to us. I think you'll never go anywhere else.
Well, then let's give them the name, address, phone number, how they can reach you. Give me your hours, etc. Because we want you to stop in at Addison Pharmacy here at the corner of Neva and Lake Street to just say hi and find out a little bit about them. So phone number and everything.
Absolutely. So we're located actually on the corner of Lake Street and Neva. Address is 414 West Lake Street, Addison, Illinois, 60101. Phone number is 543-0988. And the hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 10 to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 10 to 2 p.m.
And no Sunday hours.
And Sunday we are closed. We want everyone to relax.
Now, I understand this is not your only location. You have other locations. Where are they?
Yes, we do. Actually, we have a sister pharmacy, which is out in Westchester. And in, that one actually is a remote pharmacy, which is a brand new concept. We were one of the top 20s that had opened up in the state of Illinois. Remote pharmacy, just by concept, is only a location where there's a technician and dispensing, but there's no pharmacist on location. We do the consultation from this place in Addison Pharmacy.
Now, do you want to give us that address in case?
Sure. So the Westchester Pharmacy is on 947 West Manheim Road, and that's in Westchester, Illinois, 60154. Phone number is 708-897-2424. And our other location is in Melrose Park, which is Broadway Avenue Pharmacy, and we have a clinic and everything. It's a full-fledged place.
Oh, like this.
Already in workings with a clinic.
And what is the address on Broadway?
Broadway is 151 and a half Broadway Avenue, Melrose Park, Illinois 60160, and the phone number there is 708-450-0400.
Now, I know that section of Melrose Park, and it's like a little downtown area. Is that just where you're located?
Exactly.
So you're right off of Broadway and Lake Street.
Yes, actually, our name is Steps of Broadway because we're right on the corner of Lake Street and Broadway, and that's the entrance of that main road.
So if someone had a prescription that they had filled here and you have them on record here, they can stop there if they're on their way home from work or whatever and pick it up rather than stop here or vice versa.
Absolutely. You can go to any one of our 3 locations. It's never a problem. And everywhere the service is exactly the same.
Very good. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting us in and for helping us to help you get this whole pharmacy going, because you used to be on the other side of the street and not recognized. They're here on the north side of the street now.
Absolutely. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you from the village to come, and especially the mayor to stay here with us and really give our good grand opening here. It makes us very, very appreciative to him.
Well, we definitely want to thank you, and Dr. Scholes, I think Dr. Scholes just fell at my feet. I think I need foot care. Okay.
So how does it feel to be outnumbered by pharmacists?
I'm getting a worse headache now. Is there a pharmacist in the house? You know? Well, Mayor, this has really been very nice, and thank you for joining us today.
It's
We cut
my
the
pleasure.
ribbon, and,
Congratulations.
We,
Well, thank you very much.
we wish you all success. Thank you for joining me. I'm Lucille Zucchero with Mayor Veenstra for Addison Community Television.